them boys be sliding, so we riding and we ready to go. 100,000 watts full throttle, baby, ready to blow. We passing poker out to Jupiter, we got your attention. You can tune in anywhere, but listen at your discretion. To the legend, Mr. Hochman can't stop him.
Hey, you can do allied doors.
I took a deuce, now I rush more of these sports. Spitting the truth, it's Channing Crowder, greatest Dolphins who rock up 52. Solana one best of Miami, the voice of FIU. We reppin' to Miami, the Heat and the Panthers too. We reppin' for the Marlins, the Dolphins, that's how we do. We reppin' for the Crips, so it's always about the you. Hey Jimmy, please get a Pell on the phone and tell him that it's on. I finally got his name on the song. Can't do it wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. You spit the fast while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey, welcome to the show.
Here we go. A lot of people on the chat already. They're jumping on Jimmy. Jimmy, let's go. Fix it, dude. All that stuff. And it's not Jimmy's fault. We're coming on the air here at 2:06 because the Tobin show went, I guess, 6 minutes late. I've got to know. Oh, we just lost Crowder, too. Crowder's in a hotel room in Fort Myers. I got to know, what was Tobin and Leroy and who else was on the show today? Brittany, Jay Fig,
Vlad was there today.
What were they talking about that prevented us from starting on time?
It was a replay. They're interviewing two MMA fighters.
I got you. The whole show was a replay today?
No. Just the last segment.
Oh. Well, still, you could have just told me what they were talking about. You didn't have to mention that it was a replay. You could have just said they were talking to an MMA fighter.
No, they're promoting UFC.
No, I got you. Where are we lost here? I said, what were they talking about that prevented us from getting on the air on time? And you said they were in a replay, which led me to believe that it was a replayed show. But I was curious what they were talking about.
I don't know. all I heard was that they're promoting a UFC event. That's all I heard.
Well, that's the answer. You got it, Jimmy. You have the answer. I don't know why you're backpedaling. They were talking to an MMA fighter. It's like that's fighters. Direct and succinct.
Yeah.
I don't understand what happened there. All I said was, what were they talking about that prevented us from getting on the air on time? And I don't know why you're backpedaling. They were talking to an MMA fighter. Is that correct?
Yes, fighters, because they did two separate replays. Yeah.
All right. Separate replays?
Yeah, in the same segment.
What's going on here, Solana? What am I? How have I entered this treasure map that seemingly has no treasure?
Yeah, I think Jimmy. The answer here was they were talking to MMA fighters. They went a little long because perhaps math isn't their strong suit. And because of that, Hawk, it's now 2:08.
All right, fair enough. I think we've really gotten to the bottom of this. I'm not certain that we have. The Marlins, I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but they keep winning.
Well, playing ball, son.
But it doesn't, like, this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen to teams like this. This happens to the Yankees and the Dodgers. This happens to teams that have billion-dollar payrolls. Mm-hmm. This doesn't happen to this team. So I am delighted. Like, you turn them on at night, whether you're listening on the radio or watching TV, and it's just everything's going right. Just fun.
Seen the Mighty Ducks?
He doesn't sound like he's connected to me now. Does he sound connected to you?
I'm not connected. Bad news bears. I'm not connected.
Yeah, your microphone is down by your nipples. So you might want to figure out how to get it closer to the mouth.
You're a fan of my nipples.
Yeah, you're right. When you've been down there, yeah. Now I can hear you better.
It's better now.
Yeah. You want to maybe do like Solana, who's doing the whole show handheld today.
He's going to say some goofy stuff when he does. Every time he does the show handheld, he goes goofball.
There's something different.
You feel like you're doing a wedding toast, right?
Right.
You feel like you've got the floor.
I've got the floor. There's something unique. There's something interesting about doing the show holding a microphone that I happen to love. I really do.
Today is National French Fry Day. Jimmy's in a little bit of a French fry coma. Maybe that's where the little hiccup comes from at the beginning of the show. You had plenty of French fries before the show.
Yes, got a large fry.
Got a large fry at McDonald's, so he's
Yeah.
almost got the McDonald's colors working too. We have a game today at 3. We have a game today.
Yep.
Could have been USA, right?
Could have been USA playing España. Jimmy's rocking his Spain jersey, but instead Belgium, who deserves it, by the way,
Yeah.
deserves it.
Yeah.
They dominated. It'll be Spain, Belgium at 3. The winner will play France on Tuesday of next week during our show, by the way, which will be fun. And then you've got 2 games tomorrow as well, one of them being played here in Miami.
So today, one of the things that I wanted to do was have a little Hochman, Crowder, and Solana telethon.
Huh?
Solana told me that the podcast numbers fell off. This was like a year and a half ago, right? Can we do something different to the podcast?
Yeah, I don't think we did anything different. I think there was a change in our software back in the studios from one software that we were using to upload. It was called Omni, and now we're using something that Odyssey owns. And for whatever reason, when that switch was made internally, it put a dramatic blow into our numbers, which, we were hitting 2-3 million downloads a year, which is great for a local radio show. And for whatever reason, that's been cut in almost half.
All right, so we want to get those back. And so I was going to ask you throughout the show today, hey, just double check, make sure you're subscribed to the Hochman, Crowder, and Solana podcast. Make sure you're set up for downloads. Make sure that you're set up to be an active member of our community. We don't ask too much of you, I don't think. Solana's going to be out. You're going to be out somewhere tomorrow. I was going to say, we don't ask too much of you. Every now and then we've got an appearance somewhere. We ask you to show up there. Where are you tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to be at the casino at Dania Beach. They have this Fan Zone 305 that's going to be set up tomorrow. And the best part is that it's free admission, free parking. All ages are welcome. There's more info at casinodaniabeach.com. But it's for the World Cup game tomorrow. That's at 5 o'clock. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
It's
so
nice out there.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I love it out there. I told him to go
it's
to Jackson's
cool out
right
there.
afterwards, but he doesn't want to go to Jackson's.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's right there.
I'm good.
Dania Beach Boulevard. That's my bait shop. I know the owner, Rick, right there.
Yeah,
The bait
it's a
shop
big
up the
fishing
street.
area right there.
Yeah.
Got a lot of antiquing over there, but most importantly, they've got Jackson's over there.
Maybe I'll stop and get some bait before I hit
Get
up
some
Casino Dania
Jackson's.
Beach.
Stop and get the kitchen sink, man.
Go
Don't
to-
get any bait.
Go to Anglers. Rick
Nah,
is a
don't
great
go to
dude.
Anglers. Go to Jackson's. But anyway, we don't ask you to do a ton. Every now and today we'll do like a telethon. You can get your Crowder powder. We'll do the whole thing of where we're looking for support. But we're really looking for support on the podcast. The podcast is available on the Odyssey app, the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn app, Apple Podcasts. So wherever you get your podcast, just double check at some point during the show today. Hey, am I subscribed to Hochman, Crowder, and Solana? Am I set up for automatic downloads? Just make sure that you're kind of an active part of our family. We would appreciate it. All right.
Being here on the West Coast, I use the Odyssey app to listen. I listen to
It
Joe
happens to be
today.
very
listen
good
to
app.
Leroy and them. Odyssey app is amazing.
Yeah, it's a very good app. So you can do it through there. And if you haven't downloaded it yet, just go to the App Store. It's AUDACY. So today on the show, not only is it National French Fry Day, Jack McMullen, Marlins radio broadcaster, he's going to join us. Lee Sterling is going to join us. He's got some winners for the Conor McGregor UFC fight card tomorrow night. Be heavily watched, I would imagine. I think Conor McGregor is going to last maybe 40 seconds. That's my own personal opinion.
You heard Conor about to get his ass whooped.
Feels like he's headed in that direction. Let's start today with headlines and Alejandro Solana. It's brought to you by Doral Kia in Miami. At a Domino's game, you'll always find your abuelito. And when you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia.
So, gentlemen, it is Friday, and LeBron James has not made his decision. And it sounds to me, if you believe Rich Paul for his word earlier this morning, like he hasn't made a decision, like he's still kind of mulling over several different options. But I did find it interesting today that several members of the national media, including Brian Windhorst, alluded to Miami as being this fascinating, interesting story for LeBron James. That's something they hadn't been doing for a while. We've been doing
hedging their bets.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. We've been doing it locally. Hawk and I spent about 15 minutes yesterday to start the show talking about why Miami is not only the best basketball fit, but also a great storyline for LeBron to come here and kind of maybe end his Heat tenure in a much better way than he did in 2014 previously. And today, that's exactly what Brian Windhorst said on ESPN when he was on Get Up. And I've seen it from 2 or 3 other national writers as well, where they're like, hey, what about Miami? Why not? Why aren't we talking about Miami more? Interesting.
It was probably the worst finish of all the stops that he's made, right?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
LA wasn't a contentious finish.
Yeah,
it just petered out, and they obviously were moving on to a team led by Luka. So it was kind of a natural end for LeBron. There was no acrimony. Although I guess the first end in Cleveland was the worst finish, but he went back and corrected that already. And
Right.
so the notion, what Brian Windhorst was trying to say today was essentially, hey, if he's got one faulty finish that he needs to go back and mend, Miami really fits that bill.
Mended for who? For Pat? For us?
Yeah, maybe Heat fans.
I just don't think he can. I think Cleveland is the obvious choice.
But again, he could do both. In other words, if he's got 2 seasons left, 3 seasons left, he could mend finishes in Miami. It doesn't mean a championship. Just means a cordial finish and a proper goodbye with Pat Riley publicly and all that stuff. And then go on to Cleveland and finish.
Yeah. No. I understand what you're saying. It just, I don't know what he has to prove with the Miami thing. I see what you're saying, but I don't get what you're saying. Like, he doesn't have to prove anything to anybody.
Well, I don't think he has to prove anything anywhere, though. I mean, he could literally walk away from the game, be done, have billions in the bank, go on and be the LeBron economy that he's going to be. Like, he doesn't have to prove anything anywhere anymore. So whatever's going on is going on within himself, I would imagine.
I promise, school, Cleveland boy, let me do this for the kids. I think it's Cleveland.
I thought Cunha had a very interesting take on this yesterday, where he said the least interesting story is Cleveland. I hadn't thought of it that way. And sure, storybook ending, gets to be in front of the hometown team. But he basically said, how is that interesting from like a story perspective? We've seen it
he
already.
Likes interesting.
Right. He likes the idea of him returning to Miami and trying to win another ring for the Miami Heat, or going to Philly or going to Minnesota and being the first player to go to 4 different franchises and somehow find a way to win a ring in 4 different places, as well as one of the leaders. Like, it was a good point. It was a very good point by Cunha.
Yeah. But he's always been the Cleveland. When he went back to Cleveland, he was the Cleveland guy. Like, he likes that image of being the hometown hero. And that's what I think he wants to be, the hometown hero. And that's why I keep calling the bookends. Drafted, left, did his college years, won, went back and won, down 3-1 against Golden State. We know the story. Went to the Lakers, won. Now he goes back to Cleveland to finish it off. It just it looks like a book. It's cute.
It makes sense too, in the fact that he could come out and say, the only reason I'm playing basketball still is because I love the game. Mm-hmm. And when I started playing basketball, it was nothing more than I loved the game. And I started in Akron.
Yeah.
And I played because I loved it. There was no money attached to it, till I got to high school and all of a sudden he's on ESPN. But it's like, I just want to play the game that I love. And the place that makes me happiest, just playing the game because I love it, is Cleveland. It's always been Cleveland. And I'll continue to play it in Cleveland until I can't play any longer.
Savannah's from Cleveland. They met in high school. It's just, it makes too much sense to me.
I say all that as well, like when I allude to Brian Windhorst, I also remember LeBron James on Pat McAfee calling Brian Windhorst a weirdo. So, like, I don't know if we should be. And by the way, I love Windy. Genuinely, yeah. Why would he do that? I love Windy.
Why would he do that?
But maybe we can stop pretending like everything Brian Windhorst says is this like very well connected source.
Oh, I don't think he's connected anymore to the LeBron camp at all. I think he used to be. I don't think he is anymore at all. I think he's engaging in conjecture the way everyone else is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't even think Max Kellerman knows.
You don't think Rich Paul and Max Kellerman?
Nope.
They end their pod.
I think Rich knows. I think Rich knows.
Rich knows. Kellerman does not. I don't think. Like, I specifically go out of my way not to ask Crowder. I mean, I'll ask him who'd you interview on the pivot and stuff, but I don't ask him for like inside info on stuff that they talk about or whatever. Like, he's got a life outside of the radio show, and I try not to infringe on it. And I think that's probably Max Kellerman's take with Rich Paul. Like, he may say to him, hey, if you want to announce it on the pod, it would be good for the pod. But I'm not necessarily certain that Max Kellerman is part of the inner circle at this point.
And I've flexed with Rich Paul's phone number in my phone. You want to think that LeBron is calculated? Rich Paul is calculated. He knows exactly what the assignment is every single time he speaks. So just to your point, I don't think Kellerman knows, but I know Rich Paul knows.
Send him a text, Miami ? And just see, like,
you want me to text him Miami ?
Miami ?
That to Kellerman. I have Max Kellerman's number. You want me to text that to Kellerman?
Okay. Yeah.
I know I'm not getting a response, but I'll do it.
Who else?
Miami ?
Rod Allen.
Yeah, text it to Rod Allen.
Text it to Rod Allen.
Max Kellerman.
I feel so goofy doing this.
I'm not really doing it.
And I'll text it to Brian Scalabrine.
I'm looking at my contacts. What if I accidentally send it to Ray Allen?
To Ray Allen.
Ray Allen lives at the golf course here in Miami. He golfs at the Biltmore all the time, and I only know that because of his Instagram. Like, I'm not revealing any secret information. He posts it all the time. He's at the Biltmore golfing. So
you ever look at some of like the numbers that you have back to back in your book? I'm just looking through it right now. I have back to back Wally Amos and Jamal Anderson. Now, do you know who Wally Amos is?
Do not know.
Famous Amos, the cookies guy. He's dead now. I think he's dead. And Jamal Anderson, you know him, the Dirty Bird.
Got Aaron Ross, Antonio Bryan, and Abe Elam. Spice Adams, Adrian Tootsies. That's the main. Yeah, I got a weird little list. I got.
So do I, man.
Yeah.
Wally Amos has indeed passed away.
Yeah, 2024. Rest in peace.
I have David Arbetter's number. I think he's the owner of Arbetter's Hot Dogs down in Miami.
Text him. Man, I love Arbetter's.
I've never had it.
What?
I've never had Arbetter's.
You've never had Arbetter's?
Isn't that crazy?
I got Andre Dickens, the mayor of Atlanta.
I've got Andre Dawson.
It's his birthday, the Hawk.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Andre Dawson's
birthday. Text him happy birthday.
Yeah.
Andy King, Miami ?
I saw Andy the other day.
Hawk, let's do an Arbetter's date. Let's go to Arbetter's. You have to have an Arbetter's hot dog. Genuinely.
I get their chili dog.
Their chili dog is great. They always do they have a Mendoza dog right now in honor of Fernando Mendoza. Like, they always do very
it's a legendary Miami spot, and that's the kind of spot that I love.
Yeah.
And I went to UM for 4 years. Like, I don't know why I've never been to Arbetter's, but yes, I'll go with you.
I've been going there since I was a little kid, and it's the exact same place, same seats, same everything. Like, nothing's changed from when I was a little kid. Love that place.
Can I come?
I'm in. No.
Yeah. Aiken Adele. Aiken's ready to come on, guys, whenever y'all need him.
All right. Jimmy, you're back in. Ain't gonna delve in.
Yeah.
All right. The Marlins are going to play the Cleveland Guardians this final weekend before the All-Star break. Tonight's first pitch is at 7:10 p.m. Of course, they did sweep the Mariners yesterday, as Hawk mentioned. They're 10 games above 500. That is only the second time in the last 15 years that they've been 10 games or more above 500 as a ball club.
Especially considering they were almost 10 games under 500 just a month ago.
Yeah.
June was special.
And July's turning out to be as good as June.
Yes, they run it now.
All right, guys, your weather in South Florida right now, it is 92 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the low 80s. That weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
Jack McMullen, our guy, radio play-by-play voice for the Marlins here on WQAM. He's going to join us in the next segment. We will celebrate some Marlins baseball.
If your garage door is damaged, not hurricane ready, outdated, you can't wait, please call Allied Doors today. I'm talking for my home, for my wife's investment properties. We called Allied Doors. They're serving South Florida since 1966. That's 60 years of trusted family-owned service. And let me tell you, I'm a customer. They are the best. Don't be the beautiful home. And if I'm calling you out or you know the neighbor I'm talking about, beautiful home, well-kept yard, but you got the garbage garage doors. Don't be that person. Call Allied Doors. Huge in-stock inventory, same-day service, and custom impact-rated doors that are built to protect and upgrade your home. Why wouldn't you want to protect and upgrade your wonderful investment, your beautiful home you're raising kids in, you're having a good time? And the LiftMaster openers, I thought when I was a kid it took 60 seconds to open every garage. I thought it was loud. These LiftMaster openers are quiet and they are efficient, built to perform. You got to call Allied Doors today, 954-942-8550. That's 954-942-8550, or visit allieddoors.com. Mention this ad, and we're going to give you $300 off. So we're saving you $300, getting you LiftMaster openers, protecting and upgrading your home. You can't wait. Please call Allied Doors. I'm telling you, it works for us. Me and my wife, it's going to work for you. Don't wait. Call Allied Doors today.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
Jimmy, you know how to make a hot tea?
No, I do not.
You know the ingredients of tea?
Water.
Sunday at Lone Depot Park, which Solana likes to call the LD. Sunday is Top Gun Hat Day. At the beginning of today's show, someone had put on the chat, hey, I hope they have enough hats for all the fans. You have to have a special ticket. So they will have enough hats for you if you buy the special ticket. If you show up Sunday at Lone Depot Park and think it's the first 15,000 fans who walk in, get a Top Gun hat, you're going to be disappointed. This is a super cool hat. Once again, I'm going to lean into Jack McMullen to have him steal me one of the Marlins promo items for a game that I can't be at.
So it's funny enough you say that, man. I have a bit of a grab bag here, and I want to do show and tell because I got to swing by the studio. I need you guys to tell me what you want, and I'll bring it by.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be great.
You ready?
Yeah.
So I could give you this reversible bucket, right? You got the teal Marlins deal here. You got the reversible to the light blue
That's
Marlins
sharp.
look here.
That's sharp.
What are these bags called? Is it like a
Fanny
coach
pack.
bag? Is it a handbag? Yeah, but it's not a fanny pack. I guess you can like wrap it around your
called a
chest.
purse.
Yeah. So do you want a purse?
I'll take a purse.
I'll take it.
I call it a merce if I'm using it. It's a man's purse.
Here's the fun one for you guys. Let me know which bobblehead you want because I've got like this little grab bag sitting right under me in the booth here. I've got the Xavier Edwards Psycho bobblehead that we gave away last year.
Crowder.
If one of you guys wants this,
That's
all right,
me.
that's
Jack
reserved
Mack.
for you.
Yeah, that's me.
How about a Jack McKeon bobblehead? You guys want one of these?
Oh, Captain Jack. Let me tell you something before we get into it. Jack McKeon would not have pulled anyone pitching a perfect game in the seventh inning. Jack McKeon would have let someone pitch 800 pitches if they just as an aside, Jack.
How about a Luis Castillo or Jim Leland bobblehead? You guys want either of these?
Oh, I mean, Jim Leland smoking heaters in the dugout. I mean, that was an era.
I'm just saying they're all up for grabs. If you guys want any of these, just shoot me a note and I will. I'll swing them by the studio for you.
Marlins are, no joke, doing some of the best giveaways in all of professional sports. They really are. This Marlins Yacht Rock Captain's hat that I'm rocking. I'm telling you, the Marlins, but this Top Gun hat that they're doing on Sunday, I haven't seen if that's something that's going across the nation at different ballparks, but man, it is a badass looking hat.
Yeah, I don't think it is. And what's fun is our read was Marlins fans, do you feel the need for baseball?
Need for baseball. Yeah, I heard
The
that.
need for baseball, and it was good.
Yeah, it was excellent. By the way, let me bring on Jack McMullen here. Officially, Jack McMullen, voice of the Miami Marlins right here on WQAM, is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Marlins play again tonight. Final 3 games before the break. They are the hottest team in the league. They are fun. This is shocking, Jack. They were almost 10 games under 500 in May. They go on this tear in June. It's continuing in July. What's going on? Like, I don't this doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. And, you know, sometimes you look around the league, like last year, Cleveland, the way that Cleveland made their way back in the AL Central. And the year before that, everybody wanted to talk about bullpen chaos in Detroit and the gritty Tigers and the way that they came back in 2024. There's always one national story about a team that maybe starts slow and then picks it up in the summertime and kind of runs through the tape. And you really hope that it's the Miami Marlins this year. I think the biggest thing that I would tell you is it's very rare for all 4 facets of a team to be clicking at the same exact time. And when all 4 facets do click, you are in the business of something very, very special. And you have the opportunity to make this a really special couple of weeks. And chances are you've got the lineup, the bench bats, the rotation, and the bullpen, like all kind of lining up and clicking at the same time for a week or 2 over the course of a 6-month season, 162 games. It's been happening for like 5 weeks now. Wow. It's just amazing to watch everything in concert. And it's like, okay, say the offense doesn't put up 8 runs in Sacramento. It doesn't hit the ball out of the ballpark 5 times. Well, you know that Sandy's going to give you a really good start, or you know that Tyler Phillips is going to give you 5 scoreless, and he's going to pass the baton to the bullpen that goes 4 darn near perfect. Like, it's just amazing every single night. There's a different cast of characters that have their fingerprints all over a Marlins win.
And Jack, it like you say, when like Hawk said it, we're hot. They're a hot team, but it's like they're almost like they're clicking at the right time. But just talent, X and Otto in the middle. You know, the starting lineups doing their thing. Joe Mack goes back there, and now he's tied for the most throwouts in major leagues. Like, this roster is impressive, correct? Like, we're not just getting lucky. We're playing great baseball.
100%. And at some point over the course of a baseball season, hot becomes good. And I think Otto Lopez, like, it took 2.5 months, but at some point in June, Otto Lopez went from the hottest hitter in baseball to one of the best hitters in baseball this year. And Xavier Edwards went from one of the hottest bat-to-ball guys in Major League Baseball to one of the better bat-to-ball guys in Major League Baseball. And Liam Hicks went from one of the hotter RBI guys in baseball to one of the better RBI guys in baseball this year. Like, the transition from hot to legit good is something that, like, happens at different times, I feel like, for different guys, just based on kind of capital that they've built, right? Bryce Harper needs a week. And if Harper's good for a week, it's like, oh yeah, that's Harper doing Harper things. But a guy like Otto, who has been DFA'd twice, has bounced around a couple of different organizations and is having his breakout year this year, so many people around the country can look at Otto from afar and say, I need to see him do it for longer than a month. Well, we're going on 4 months right now of Otto Lopez. So at this point, he's just a really good star player.
We're always talking about building around certain guys, right? Like finding your pillars and then being able to build around them. I would imagine Otto Lopez is now in that category. I could have made the argument Kyle Stowers was going to be one of the pillars that the Marlins were going to build around coming into this year. Who are the pillars right now? Because it feels like it's Yuri. It feels like it's Sandy. It feels like it's Otto Lopez. But when we hear people say the Marlins are going to be buyers at the deadline, who are the pillars that fans should be excited about that they're going to build around?
Solana, I think you just named a lot of them. I'm going to throw you one more name, and it's Mack. I think Joe Mack is absolutely a pillar right now of the franchise. What this guy has done in terms of team identity since his major league debut is turn them from a team that it was very easy to run against into one of the best teams in baseball in terms of stopping the running game and one of the better defensive teams in Major League Baseball. And oh, by the way, he's hitting at a clip that's above Major League average. So you have an above league average hitter that may be the best defensive catcher in the sport already. And that is a pillar that you build around. That's someone that you build around. So you mentioned Otto, you mentioned Sandy, you mentioned Yuri. I would throw X in there. I would throw Stowers in there. There are so many building blocks for this team, and it's so exciting to watch them go to work every day.
Are you surprised they've been able to do this without Davis and De Los Santos?
A little bit. Davison and Mervis, I'm just thinking, now, could they be 32-0 over their last 30 if those guys were on the roster?
No, but we've talked about Joe Mack for a while now, but certainly this week, like, a lot. He's really on people's radar because it doesn't seem like a flash in the pan. What was he expected to be this? I don't know the whole story of Joe Mack. I don't know where he came from and how he's in the organization. All I know is that dude is lights out.
First round pick a couple of years ago. So they had high expectations. He was a guy that I think everybody knew could be a very, very good defensive catcher in Major League Baseball. Now, I think there's a big difference between being a borderline top 5 catcher defensively in baseball and being probably the best. Like, what we're seeing from Joe Mack in terms of catching would-be base stealers, he's catching like 40% of guys trying to steal on him, which is the best mark in baseball. Mack has like a month and a half less of baseball under his belt than the other league leaders in caught stealing, but he is at the top of Major League Baseball in caught stealing. And if you pay attention to the league around the country, William Contreras in Milwaukee is really good. Shea Langoliers in Sacramento is really good. And, Pat Bailey, who is in San Francisco, he's in Cleveland now, is really good. Mack is already in that conversation, and he has a month and a half less of Major League time this year because he was in AAA. The bat was always going to kind of be the big thing. Like, was he going to make enough contact to stick? And early returns are, heck yeah, he will. And he's going to hit the ball out of the ballpark too. And when you have this offense going along with the defense that is as delivered, it's a really special player that I think is doing what a lot of people hoped he would do 3 years down the line right now.
And Strami was talking about Joe Mack as well. Are we talking about Real Muto We're talking about Pudge. Like, is he on that level?
Like we're talking about Johnny Bench.
Like,
Yeah,
we're talking about that guy, Jack.
You know, we always do this. And like I made the joke last year, Nolan McLean was like if Doc Gooden and Tom Seaver had a baby, and Nolan McLean popped out last year based on his first 8 starts with the New York Mets. So like, you know, we do this for a lot of rookies, but defensively, I'm going to say defensively right now. Yes. Like what he has shown on a game by game basis. We talk about pound for pound boxers, right? Like if Tyson and Pacquiao got in the ring, I know who's winning, but like they're pretty equivalent boxers, right? Like Floyd's the best boxer ever, and Floyd is not beating Tyson because Tyson has 100 pounds on him. So like it's a different conversation because Mac's been doing it for 2 months and Rio Muto has been doing it for 12 years. But Mac on a game by game basis is impacting the game defensively in a way very similar to Rio Muto and to Pudge and to guys like that.
Hey, do you think the All-Star break's coming at the wrong time? Because they're so hot. There's this thought that I have in the back of my head, like 3 more games and then all of a sudden a week off, and who knows what's going to happen when they come back.
Steven made that joke last night as we were wrapping up postgame. He was like, I don't want to take 4 days off. I was like, I don't think I do either. I think for everybody's mental well-being, it's going to be good to take 4 days off. But yeah, man, I mean, you hope it doesn't kind of stymie the hot stretch right now. And it's a tough test in Cleveland coming in too. Like baseball is unique because you ride this high and it's been going for 6 weeks right now for the Marlins. But at the end of the day, you got another ball game tonight and you got a lefty with a really good changeup, and Cleveland is a pesky team. Like you take it day by day. It's every single day you show up and the day's brand new. So keeping that daily perspective is good. I wish I could say like, yeah, you know what? Let's put a pin in the All-Star break and like push it a month and a half down the line. And we'll
If they voted in the clubhouse, in the Marlins clubhouse, they would vote to delay it a month.
We are opting out of the All-Star break. Yeah.
We're playing whoever shows up at the LD.
Yes.
Anyway, what a fun ride this has been. The clubhouse, I'm guessing the guys are enjoying this. Like I'm curious what it's like being around them during this 5-6 week span.
It's cool because these guys are all like kind of so rooted in their daily work where, you know, they'll smile and say, yeah, life is good, but nobody concretely feels like they're on top of the world right now. I don't think everybody's just so rooted in this is awesome. Let's keep this thing going. But, you know, Griffin Conine told Steven yesterday on our post-game interview, he's like, I played college ball, I played minor league baseball, major league baseball. This is far and away the hottest team that he's ever been on. And he's 29 years old. He's played a whole bunch of baseball in his life. And at any level, it's happening at the major league level right now for him and for them. So, yeah, I mean, I think that they are certainly like kind of riding this high and they're really happy and they're excited to show up to the ballpark every single day. But it's not like they're in there hooting and hollering saying like, oh, you know what, we're just going to roll the ball out and play. They're still doing their work. And they believe that like the 6 hours leading up to the game every single night is what has gotten them to this point.
I'll tell you, too, just watching it on TV, a midweek series against Seattle, I thought there was a decent crowd there every night. Maybe not great on Tuesday, and I know this weekend, because it's the weekend, it's going to be, I think, a huge attendance. But I thought that midweek against Seattle, a team that's not, I mean, you know, it's not like there's a rivalry built in. I thought there was good energy at Lone Depot Park.
100%, man. And I'll tell you what, all the fans that are here, they've been bringing the juice, and it's fun. And it's great to see this fan base kind of rallying around this group of guys because, frankly, like, this group of guys deserves it. They play their butts off every single night. It's constant energy, and they radiate positivity, too. It's a joy. And, yeah, I'm with you. Good crowds. Hoping for 3 more good crowds over the weekend. And Marlins.com/tickets. That's your plug right there.
Get your tickets and get the Sunday ticket with the Top Gun hat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Jack, with McCullough was getting in, we've been talking about it, criticized for pulling Uri, potential perfect game and all that. But what part has he had in this run, going from 10 games under 500 to 10 games over 400 as a manager?
Yeah, steadying presence in the clubhouse. This is a guy that is relentlessly positive and relentlessly kind of steady, where the highs are never too high and the lows are never too low. you probably don't want your manager riding the roller coaster, right? Like you want your manager to be the guy where it's like, let's keep this in check here. Let's make sure we're getting our work done and making sure everything's happening. So that's kind of like the vibe curation that Clayton McCullough's been doing right now, is just making sure there's a steadiness, but also a constant positivity. But in terms of in-game decision-making, he's pushing all the right buttons. I mean, we've watched 6 weeks of him deploying Michael Peterson at the right time with the bases loaded in the 6th, and then nobody coming in when he comes on with nobody gone. So it just seems like he is pushing every single right button. How many times have we seen Bert just annihilate a baseball in a pinch hit plate appearance? Like he's moving the chess pieces around the board in a way that very few managers in Major League Baseball can do. And Alex Cora got a lot of credit for doing that in Boston for a while. There are very few managers that get legit credit for moving the chess pieces on the board in the right way over the course of a game. I think Clayton is proving that he's a really good in-game manager.
Except for the Yuri performance.
Agree to disagree on that.
I was throwing you an alley-oop, Hawk.
But they did have an 8-0 lead, end up winning like 9-8 or whatever. So you can't
the
say
context of the hammy matters,
that
man.
decision went flawlessly.
The context of the hammy matters.
And I take issue with Crowder saying a potential perfect game. Yuri had a perfect game. He was going to finish with a perfect game, and I believe he would have finished with a perfect game on 98 pitches. How about that? I think it was going to be 3 pitches in the 8th and 9th.
6 more the rest
right.
of the way.
Yep.
It's like the number of how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. I guess we'll
1,
never know.
2, 3.
3.
Heriberto Hernandez, your favorite athlete, Heriberto of all time?
Yeah, I think so.
Us too.
At some point, you're going to get this right. Heriberto.
Whatever.
We'll get it. Yeah, just say it 5 times fast.
What'd you call him?
Heriberto.
Heriberto. It's
Heriberto.
Heriberto.
What's the spicy marinara in arrabbiata? Like that's kind of what that sounded like.
That's
There.
right. That's right. I mean, they should put a dish down there. The concession stands for him. Arrabbiata Hernandez pasta. Have a good broadcast tonight, Jack.
Appreciate you guys.
You can listen to Jack McMullen all weekend long. 3 games left before the All-Star break. You'll hear him here on 104.3 FM WQAM. We're pitching a perfect game today. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
There's no crying in baseball.
Spain and Belgium are underway. Third minute, scoreless. By the way, we've got that soccer swag bundle that we're giving away, valued at around $300 from Sinbad Sports in the Coral Ridge Mall in Fort Lauderdale. And the code word today is pitch, where they play on the pitch. Text the word pitch to 20357. That's 20357 if you want to win the soccer swag bundle from Sinbad Sports in the Coral Ridge Mall. Text the word pitch to 20357. If you want more info, go to WQAM.com. It is a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Do not text and drive.
It's 305. Dale.
Bless. Dale.
Dale.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
305 on the Hochman, Crowder, and Solana show, sponsored by Miami Lakes Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family. We could be watching USA and Spain right now, and instead we're watching Belgium. Man, today would have felt a whole lot different if USA was still in the World Cup, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Holy.
I'm no aficionado, but they had no chance of beating Belgium.
Zero. They
Yeah,
really didn't.
they got wore out.
Man.
The goalie needs to stay in the goal.
Or kick the ball away as hard
That's
as you
my-
can.
That's my evaluation. Like, why are you out here with us? Stay back there where you're supposed to be.
Today's National French Fry Day. Is everyone in agreement still? The best fast food fries are McDonald's after all these years?
Nope.
No?
Yes.
No.
Checkers.
No.
Me and Jimmy are on the same page with this. Checkers
No,
fries
me
are
and
the
Jimmy
best
are on
fries in
McDonald's.
fast food.
I like McDonald's the most, but Checkers, very good.
Jimbo, you squirreling. You
can
running
only
the
have
fence.
one
Nah.
favorite. And I think the fast food, and I'm not really including like Five Guys or Shake Shack here, because those you order and then you wait for your number to be called. I don't know. I'm talking about like the traditional fast food places, the Wendy's, the Checkers, the Rallies, all those.
I think we're our cultures are different. I like seasoned stuff.
And that's fine. I like seasoned stuff. You cannot tell me if someone said to you, you can have large fries and an icy Coke right now. The fries are either from McDonald's or Checkers. There's no way you're choosing Checkers.
I'm choosing Checkers Fry Lover, the big
Nope.
one.
No.
Yeah, no, you can't tell me what I'm
No,
going
I'm
to choose.
telling
Hawk.
you.
I'm choosing Fry Lovers.
No, I am telling you.
fries.
I'm telling you.
Nobody's throwing a bone to Arby's for the best French fries.
I haven't had I haven't had their stuff. I have to tell you, this is crazy. Arby's has been running a ton of commercials for a cheesesteak.
Yeah.
And it looks good to me. Is it possible that a cheesesteak at Arby's would be any good?
No, because you go to Philly all the time and nobody's beating Philly cheesesteaks.
Right.
Well,
'Cause
sure
I-
they
like,
are. Flanagan's
Most
is.
cheesesteak places, what's the place you go down in Kendall? Hungry Bear?
Yeah, Hungry Bear.
Even Flanagan's, like they're cooking cheesesteaks on the flat top, right? They're they're chopping up the meat, they're flipping it over, they're melting the cheese in. That can't be the way it gets prepared at Arby's, right? I mean, it's just got to be
No.
like I've never seen someone with I haven't been to an Arby's in so long, so I'm speaking out of turn. I don't know. Do they have like a grill master back there who's like
No, they have a 19-year-old kid that's just trying to get $8 an hour, Hawk. It's not going to compare to Philadelphia cheesesteaks.
It might, man, because Miami Subs, what are they called now? Miami Grill?
Mhm.
Miami Subs
Yeah.
has a cheesecake. Thank you, Jimmy. Miami Subs is a cheesesteak that is unbelievable. Like genuinely hits. It's seeping grease through the bag. It tastes great. So why can't Arby's
not better than Hungry Bear?
Oof, no, not better than Hungry Bear. But Hungry
No.
Bear's ingredients are just better. Like it's
Listen.
higher quality meat.
Jim's, what's it? Jim's in
Yeah.
South Street. Come on,
Trash.
man, Solana.
Trash.
There's no chance that
Trash.
Arby's is
Trash?
giving. Jim.
You're enamored. You're enamored with this experience, the lore, of the cheesesteak in Philly. I've had it. I've gone to Jim's. I've gone to Pat's. I've gone to Geno's. I've been to Philadelphia like
Geno's.
15 times. The cheesesteaks up there are dry. The idea that they use Cheese Whiz is flat out disgusting. Like, it doesn't make the cheesesteak better. The cheesesteaks in Philly are the most at those chains, right? Like at the
Those aren't chains; they're one-off locations.
Jim's on South Street.
They are so overrated that it's sickening
you're
to
crazy.
me that you guys
I'd like to
would
hit you in the head with a
suffer it.
dumbbell.
Solana, I wish we were in studio today. Arby's is better than Jim's.
I didn't say that. I didn't say.
But you said
Arby's.
Miami Grill is.
I would rather have the Miami Subs cheesesteak than any cheesesteak in Philly.
Well, anyway, today's National French Fry Day. I don't want to lose the I don't want to lose the point here. But you said Arby's fries. Does Arby's
Yeah.
still have those curly fries?
Curly fries, seasoned curly fries. They're so good, man. So
I
good.
see them in the frozen section at Publix. They've got the Arby's fries in the frozen section at Publix, but homemade fries are never good, right?
Yeah, I hate them. I cook them for Chaz. I cook them for my youngest son. He loves French fries, but they're not like the chains. No.
I don't,
Never.
I don't know.
If you put them in the air fryer, they're delicious.
Correct.
They're better, but they're not delicious. They never taste as good as they do at a fast food place.
Not true.
Very true.
I don't think
No.
I had frozen
fresh.
fries yesterday. I had them yesterday. These Alexia's sweet potato waffle fries in the air
goodness.
fryer. I mean, just delicious, man. And they're cooked in avocado oil instead of canola oil. I mean,
I do
these
love
things,
avocado oil.
These things are
Love
delicious.
anything avocado.
man.
Brian Bishop is texting us, our friend. Steak and Shake and In-N-Out fries are both better than McDonald's and Checkers.
In-N-Out? No.
In-N-Out,
No.
that's the weakest part of their game is the
Yeah.
fries.
Yeah.
And I don't like the freshly cut, the mushy little fry. I like a consistent fry.
I used to not like the freshly cut Five Guys fries, but now I like because they still have like the skin on the potato, and I like those. I think those are really good.
Go to Checkers.
I've been.
Go again.
McDonald's fries are the superior fast
They're
food
not
fry. They
better
just
than
are.
Checkers fries.
They are
They're
by a
not.
mile. Stop it. Come on.
It's just salt. Checkers
You're
fries are
exposing yourself.
seasoned.
I've never experienced racism like this. That's what National French Fry Day devolves into in this show.
Man, come on, man. Seasoning.
All right, let's get headlines. Brought to you by Doral Kia in Miami at a Domino's game. You'll always find your abuelito, and whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia.
A huge controversy has struck the NHL. Have you guys seen this story coming out of Carolina and the Hurricanes owner? So Carolina Hurricanes owner Tom Dundon, and Jimmy sent us this story this morning. I was going to get to it, but he's outraged about this.
Jimmy's outraged by it?
Yeah, he professed
I'm
so
pissed.
in the chat. He said he's very upset
Because
about
why?
it.
You're a hockey purist?
I wouldn't say purist, but come on. Put your family on the cup.
Well, Jimmy,
Huh?
keep that same energy because I'm going to give you some facts here about your favorite.
Here's
hockey
what happened
team.
if you don't know the story, Crowder. The Stanley Cup, all the players' names get etched into it. Tom Dundon, the first 6 names are his family members, him and his family members, including like kids that are in middle school. All right. So they didn't really have an active role in the team. And the name that they left off was their equipment manager, who's been with the team 36, 37 years, back when they were the Hartford Whalers.
Yeah.
And people are outraged saying, hey, when you get your name etched into the Stanley Cup, it's because of the grit and work that you put in to get that trophy. And he has put his entire family on it.
I'm with Jimmy on this one. That's goofball. What did that 12-year-old girl do to win that cup?
Nothing, but that's fine. Be outraged if you'd like. That's fine. You want to be a hockey purist, but keep the same energy, okay? Because listen to what I'm about to tell you. this has become commonplace. I read this morning in NBC.com, NBCSports.com, he is not the first team owner to include family members on hockey's hallowed silver chalice. Vincent Viola's wife, Teresa, and the couple's 3 children, John, Michael, Travis, are all on it, not once, but twice, from the Florida Panthers back-to-back championships in 24 and 25. So, okay, Panthers fans,
Well,
Crowder,
that's okay.
Jimmy.
No,
Oh,
I'm fine. I'm fine with Vinny.
Yeah, that's
No,
okay.
I still don't like it. I don't.
Oh,
Well, he doesn't speak for us, Vinny.
Put me on the next one.
Me too.
We'll be favored next year. Come on, Vinny.
it's such dumb outrage by the NHL community. Genuinely, it's such dumb outrage. This dude is the owner. He pays the players. The players get their checks cashed by the owner, and they don't care if their name's on it. When does anybody read the names on the Stanley Cup? The owner gets to do whatever he wants because he's the owner. So who cares? Who cares whose names are on it?
Well,
the
it's not a
manager-
question of
You're saying
does
he
he get
pays
to
them,
do.
so he what he can do whatever he wants because he cuts a check.
Yeah,
Like,
Right.
no.
I mean, it's not a question of does he have the right to do that? He obviously does. The question is it unseemly to do that?
It's whoever worked for that Stanley Cup should be on the trophy, and that 12-year-old daughter didn't do a damn thing.
Like what
Amen.
if a big sponsor of the team, what if McDonald's is their stadium sponsor and the advertising director at McDonald's said, "Hey, can you throw my name on there? That's always been a dream of mine." And you go, "Oh, he's the owner. He can put whoever's name that he wants on there." Would you be okay with that?
I'd probably be less okay with that than I would be his family. But my point
But
here.
let's put Ronald McDonald on there.
That was my
If-
next
if-
one. I thought of that as I was saying that, where now McDonald says we would also like Ronald McDonald and the Grimace. on
Yeah, put the
on
Grimace. Put a
Stanley
picture of
Cup.
the Grimace on there. It doesn't matter.
So Crowder, if Vinny Viola and you had drinks the night after the Panthers won, just because out of happenstance you were at the same bar celebrating, and he said, "Crowder, I loved you so much. I'm gonna put you on the Stanley Cup." You're gonna tell him, "No, Vinny, please
listen.
don't put me there because I didn't earn my opportunity to be on that Stanley Cup." Of course not.
No, and I didn't know you were gonna go this way, but if once you did, I would tell him, do not put me on there.
Oh, get out of here.
I didn't do anything to earn that, and little Felicia Viola didn't do anything to earn that trophy. That is a great trophy. That is a great accomplishment that nobody did any work for. That's on there. I think it's silly.
There's no chance, by the way, that Crowder runs into Vinny Viola because Crowder's always at Checkers and Vinny Viola isn't.
Yeah, I don't think Vinny Viola's a checkers guy.
But
Unless
the
you like seasoned fries.
Probably not. The outrage this year, where was the outrage last year? Or the outrage when the Tampa Bay Lightning owner did it a couple years ago? Like, where was the outrage then? That's what I really take issue with here.
Yeah.
People are nitpicking the Carolina Hurricanes
Selective
owner.
outrage. I've heard about this. I peddle in selective outrage.
And I'm consistent, Solana. I think it's goofy what Vinny did it. I think it's goofy now that
No,
the Carolina
stop it. It was
Hurricanes
not
guy
goofy when
did it.
Vinny
Like,
did it. No,
you
it
have
was
to
not.
earn. You have to earn your name on that storied trophy. And a middle school kid didn't do a damn thing to get on that trophy.
Well, what if Vinny Viola or Tom Dundon went to their family and said, "Listen, we can go to France this year for a month, or I can sign Matthew Tkachuk." And the family decides, and so they have now done something
No.
to help earn that trophy.
They didn't do anything because people don't go to France for a month if they're not billionaires, Hawk.
Well, that's the Violas and the Dundons.
No, they didn't do a damn thing to get that trophy in the building. They should not be on that trophy. You're not running me off this stance. I'm with you, Jimmy.
And then
Thanks,
to
Crowder.
be outraged, like people were writing think pieces about how the equipment manager deserves to be there. By the way, I would have been happy with him being there. Like I have no gripe with equipment managers. They're likely underappreciated across sports. I'm sure Crowder, you would agree with that. But like that's the story here. Can you believe they didn't put the equipment manager on there? How many NHL franchises honor the equipment manager at all? Period.
Well, what if the equipment manager's been there since the inception of the franchise? Like that guy.
And
I'm not
about the
hating
guy
on him.
that's there before the players and leaves after the players and the coaches and the administrators, and he's there for 15 hours a day, and you're going to put this little girl that's playing high school lacrosse on there? It doesn't make sense.
I put some of the top fans on there. Can't win a championship without a good fan base.
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot.
COVID, LeBron, LA.
Yeah, that's why it was a faulty.
It wasn't faulty.
Totally faulty. They had AI bots in the
championships
in the
are
audience.
won on the wood, on the grass, on the pitch. That's where championships are won.
Agree to disagree.
NHL fans crashing out over names etched into the Stanley Cup, which, by the way, nobody's ever going to read. Nobody will ever read the names in that Stanley Cup. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. If the owner decided...
That's how I felt about Virgil van Dijk, and I found out I was wrong. I believe that there are people who read the names etched into the Stanley Cup.
If the owner decided I'm not giving out rings to certain people in the organization because I'm going to give them to my family instead, fine. That be outraged about. That sounds ridiculous to me.
But what if he said nobody gets their name on the Stanley Cup except me and my family members?
Well, that seems a little ridiculous to me.
All right, I just want to find out where your limits are.
My
So
limits.
Lillian Dundon deserves to be on the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, Dax Dundon, Drew Dundon, Blake Dundon. God, those are white names, man. Yeah, they all deserve to be there if the owner decides he wants his family there.
What's his family where?
On the trophy.
To be representing the team that won the Stanley Cup, that they ain't do a damn thing but sit there and be trust fund babies and eat off their dad's success?
We would all
should
do
be under the
exact same
Stanley
thing.
Cup.
Everybody would do the exact same thing if they could. If they were in the same position, they would. The Marlins, they play tonight.
I actually am going by the name Dundon.
Dax Dundon.
I've changed my name legally to Tom Dundon so that my name is now on a Stanley Cup.
Los Marlins, they swept the Mariners
Somebody puts
yesterday.
on the chat. I love how Solana complains about a 30-minute halftime instead of 15, but he's taking a huge stance on the Stanley Cup names. What happens? The NHL takes that to like embroid me on University Drive.
Get it cut in.
That's a tough job, man, to have to etch those names.
What do you think is tougher, making the keys at Home Depot or etching names into the Stanley Cup?
You think it's an old woman with a pencil doing this, Solana?
Yeah, I think it's like the pasta makers in the window in Italy.
You don't know a machine can do this, right?
Josh Appel, our hockey expert, is saying the difference with the Viola names is that all the family members on the Stanley Cup are employees of the team. They're all alternate governors. Dundon has a kindergartner on the cup.
What did that little baby do to win that cup? What did little 5-year-old Dax do to help win that cup?
Support.
He ain't support nothing. He's peeing on himself at night.
He wears
Tom
a
Dundon
pull-up.
is
too.
He wears pull-ups.
The Marlins are tied with the Phils for second in the NL East. They're only 3 games back of the Bravos, and they're going to play the Guardians 3-game weekend series. It's the final 3 games before the MLB All-Star break. Otto Lopez will represent the Fish, and Max Meyer will too. He's not going to pitch Sunday. He's also not going to pitch in the All-Star game, which I find flat out ridiculous because we'll throw, 8 pitches in the All-Star game? Like, who cares? It's 8 pitches.
Listen, this Clayton McCullough, he doesn't want anyone to pitch when they can have something that goes in their scrapbook. If there's something that goes in the scrapbook, Clayton McCullough will find a reason to get you out of that game.
We 10 games over 500, Hawk. You gotta leave him alone now, man.
Well, then let him pitch on Sunday.
You gotta leave him alone.
Let him pitch Sunday. What happened here?
We're going to get to the postseason, and McCullough's going to be like, no. We got to save Yuri for next year's postseason.
That's what they did with Steven Strasburg one year with the Nats.
Yeah. And he's out of the league.
Protect the players from themselves.
They could have gone to the World Series that season, and they didn't end up doing it. That's why you let Yuri pitch.
Mm-hmm. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 91 degrees. Somebody texted into the show earlier, Solana, it might be 91, but it feels like 110, feels like 115.
Oh man, Chan had me out up here in Fort Myers riding the little scooters, the little spin scooters. It's hot as hell outside.
It's brutal outside. I was going today, Friday. I like to sit outside at the cafe there down in the building, Italiano, have a cappuccino and an avocado toast. I had to skip it and eat my packet of salmon on the balcony. It was too hot.
That sounds old.
What's the sodium content in one of those packets of salmon, Hawk?
Oh my God, that's like the healthiest thing that you can eat.
A packet of salmon.
Yes. Yeah, it's all protein, no fat, very little calories. I'll show you the. I'm gonna go grab one. I'll show you the.
I'm fine. Y'all do this on y'all's own time.
Yeah. No, send me your macros. I'm down.
Where'd you come up with that salmon is loaded with sodium?
Well, because anything that's packaged into a packet that has to sit in the supermarket for months at a time.
Can of tuna, it's very healthy.
Tuna has insane amounts of sodium and mercury. Oh, you know how much mercury you have in your body right now, bro? I mean, your days are numbered.
Tuna doesn't have insane amounts of mercury.
Insane amounts of mercury.
He just said anything that's packaged in a package. And then he's going to follow up anything that's smart. It's not going to happen.
Mercury, man. You're just killing your insides with that mercury.
All right.
Like whatever you eating, killing your outsides.
Hey, we all saw that ALS challenge video, man. You're about 2 months out from Ozempic.
Man, I got a little tummy. I saw it too. I was like, man, I got a little tummy.
Well, that was your mistake for standing next to two guys who are cut. Yeah. Like, you got to know your crowd.
They work out all day. I don't do all that, man.
There is a heat advisory in Miami-Dade County, by the way. Your weather, it's brought to you by Tornado.
I am a walking thermometer with all this mercury, and I can tell you right now it's 94 degrees.
Boy, it is warm, boy.
Your weather, Tornado Roofing and Contracting sponsors it. They help keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate.
All right, Lee Sterling has some winners for us in the next segment. Atlantic Men's Clinic, I'm a believer. Getting older, wasn't feeling like myself, was getting tired more easily, and it's why I started going to get testosterone at Atlantic Men's Clinic. And guys, low testosterone is something men younger and younger are experiencing. So if your game isn't quite what it used to be, you've got less energy, less drive, you don't feel like yourself, time for you to hit Atlantic Men's Clinic. Their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you lose weight and have more energy and improve your sleep and increase your sex drive, helping you get back to feeling your best. Atlantic Men's Clinic, they're really the experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They have successfully treated thousands of men for low T. I am telling you, you will notice a difference. I'm speaking from experience, and most men will wait a year longer after hearing me talk about it. You don't need to wait. Don't ignore the signs. Call today. Take that first step towards feeling better again. Phone number is 877-455-7300, 877-455-7300, or you can visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
You're not going to learn anything about sports on this show. I'm sorry. You're not. But I know McDonald's. Rhinestone Cowboy means Lee Sterling is going to join us. Spain has taken a 1-0 lead over Belgium while we were in commercial break. So it is 1-0 Spain in the 36th minute. Lee Sterling is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline, and he is a professional sports handicapper. The website is ParamountSports.com. I got a little sneak preview of his UFC card for tomorrow night. If you are so inclined to sit down on the couch, watch it, have a few wagers going on it. Lee is all in on tomorrow night's card, but you can get all that stuff at ParamountSports.com. You can follow him on Twitter at Paramount Sports. He joins us now. I want to get into the picks, but today is National French Fry Day, and someone did text in because we were talking about where you can get good fries, and I haven't been to Arby's in 1,000 years, and somebody texted in Lee Sterling was an Arby's guy. Yeah. Do they have good French fries?
Not really. Not really. I like the potato cakes.
The potato cakes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's the real deal there. What's the best fast food fry?
I still think it's McDonald's, but
of course.
Yeah. I don't know what's yours, Channing?
Lee, Checkers, the seasoned fries.
Checkers should be closed down.
Yeah, I'm with Lee.
So
Checkers,
there's one near me. I live near the falls. I see rats going by there, so I can't even pull in the drive-through.
Because it's delicious. The rats love it too.
Checkers would be like plus 800 for best French fry on National French Fry Day. McDonald's has to be about what, minus 1,500?
They're up there. You know, the problem, I don't know what it is. The smell, even when I walk in a McDonald's or Burger King, it bothers me. Am I? You like it?
The smell at McDonald's, at McDonald's is like, it just gets the juices churning, doesn't it?
I don't know. Not to me.
The mop water. He likes mop water.
Like the smell in a casino. It smells like cigarettes, but it's like, oh, this is so great. I want to bathe in this ashtray. Why does this smell so good? All right, before we get to UFC tomorrow night, and obviously with Conor McGregor fighting, got a decent card there. Marlins are on some kind of heater. They've got the Guardians tonight. Marlins are the hottest team in baseball. You have a play for tonight?
You know why they're winning? You're not there, Mark.
I have not had a good run this season at Marlins.
No. And even when you've been leading, you know, they found ways.
It was that Sandy game we were at.
You know, I was there Wednesday night. They even had a couple base running gaffes, and they were able to overcome that and win that game 2-0. I don't know how you go against this team. Sandy's getting hot again. Now the news, Ken Rosenthal comes out and says that they're probably going to keep him. And I think it's a good decision. You got to think that he's pumped. I mean, who's going to want to leave Miami? And going against a Florida State Seminole grad, Parker Messick, tonight, who has been very good. 7-5 with a 2.80 ERA. He pitched. He gave up 1 earned run in his last outing. He's probably their ace. But Sandy went 8 innings, giving up just 1 earned run his last outing. I think this team's just finding ways to win, and I love their lineup. Even 1 through 9 is a different hero every single game. So it's a nice collective affair here, and you can tell they're getting excited and they love playing. I'm not going against a team. You don't go to the do to win with Cleveland or the do to lose. Keep riding the Marlins here. Lay the 120 Marlins tonight over Cleveland.
All right, Marlins minus 120 tonight. You can listen to the game right here on QAM. How about tomorrow night, UFC? Conor McGregor is back in the ring. Yeah. We were talking briefly with Tobin about it yesterday. I don't see how Conor McGregor can win. I don't know if that's the first fight that you wanted to pick regardless, but I don't see how Conor McGregor can still win a UFC fight.
Okay, so I've never said this on air. He has 2 paths. One of them is it's a fixed fight. That's one of the paths. And he signed, they haven't reported the actual money that he's going to get for this 2-fight contract, but this is the first fight. Now,
Belgium just scored. Belgium just equalized. 1-1, Spain and Belgium, 40th minute.
Jimmy looks distraught.
Jimmy's got his Spain kit on. He is rooting hard against Belgium because they bounced out the U.S.
Best meal ever. Here, if you ever go to Bruges, take the train from Belgium to Bruges. I'll give you a spot, the best spaghetti bolognese I've ever had in my life.
Really?
That good. That good. All right. So back to Conor McGregor. If they want to match him up against Justin Gaethje and he somehow wins this fight, or maybe against Paddy Pimblett, it's going to be even bigger than this fight if he wins. How can you come back from not fighting in 5 years? He broke his ankle, snapped his leg. I mean, it was horrific, that injury. He's even come out and said he was partying for many, many years. In his last 2 fights, he fought Dustin Poirier and was dominated in both fights. Max blessed Holloway. He's not great, but he's good enough where he dominated Justin Gaethje all 5 rounds and knocked him out with 1 second left. He beat Dustin Poirier a year ago here. Yeah, he lost to Poirier and also Charles Oliveira, but those are top 5 fighters here. Unless Conor, knocks him out in the first 90 seconds, I don't see a path for Conor McGregor to win this fight. This is like the Gina Carano fight where she hadn't fought in that many. This line is like right now, Holloway is minus 220 and the take back is plus 185 for Conor. This line should be minus 500. I would put you play Max either straight up or put him in one of your parlays here.
I like that. I didn't know it was only minus 220. Yeah, that's like the only, like you said, I mean, if it's fixed, but I don't think he would do that. But the only thing McGregor could do, he catches him with a punch that for whatever reason comes out of nowhere and Holloway's not expecting it or doesn't see it or whatever. But other than that, I just don't see it. What else you got for tomorrow night?
One more, the co-main event, and the winner here could be fighting the winner, and it's Benoit, God of War, Saint Denis. And you gotta love that name, God of War. He's fighting Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. And Saint Denis is a small favorite, like minus 145. The take back on Paddy is plus 125. Saint Denis is really solid. I mean, he's not going to make many mistakes. He's durable, really high-paced fighter here. He can fight 4 or 5 rounds. He's done it before. In his last 14 months, he's finished Dan Hooker. Listen to these different types of finishes. Round 2, ground and pound. Round 1 against Beneil Dariush, both top 10 guys, left hook. Finishes off Mauricio Rufy, who all of a sudden has ascended out of nowhere. He beats him with a face crank. Can you imagine how much a face crank has to hurt for you?
I don't even know what that is. It sounds unbelievably
cranking
painful.
The face, the middle of the head,
Oh, it's like a vice.
It's like what people do when they want someone's lunch money. They put the face crank on them. It can last about 2-3 seconds. So
Solana knows about that.
You ever do that, Channing?
I'm gonna do it to Solana if he keeps saying what he said today.
Solana's lost more money on the face crank than I've lost on the Hard Rock app.
That's a lot. All right. So he beat Rufy with a face crank in round 2, and then he beat Kyle Propolek in round 2 with an arm triangle. The different ways he can win. So Paddy Pimblett did not fight Justin Gaethje smart. He ended up trying to go toe-to-toe with him, and his path to win that fight was to get him on the ground, Gaethje, and he didn't go for takedowns. He wanted to prove that he could go toe-to-toe with him here. I think there's more ways for Saint Denis here. I'm going with God of War here, laying the 145. I wouldn't say it's free money, but I would say he's a strong play.
All right, so you've got Saint Denis on Saturday night over Paddy the Baddy, and you've got, unless you feel like for whatever reason taking a flyer on Conor McGregor, I don't see it. Max Holloway minus 250 if you want to lay that, and then the Marlins tonight minus 120. Let's win some money this weekend. Lee Sterling, the website, if you want to see the rest of the picks, ParamountSports.com. Follow him on Twitter at Paramount Sports, and have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll cash some winners.
You too, guys. Take care.
There you go. Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com is the website. 1-1, Spain and Belgium. There'll be 5 minutes of stoppage time here at the end of the first half. Take a break. 4 o'clock hour coming up next here on Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Tighten your ass up, Whale.
PM and we back on the clock, so don't get cutesy. Dow lead the station unlocked. We got the sports talk and the drama to make sure the T-clock. WQAM is the Avengers with no weak spot. For Joe Rose, Woody Bo, Omar and more, Tobin and Leroy giving gooses galore. Yeah, for 2 to 6 is reserved for 3 legends. The captains of America, not no Chris Evans. From Spritz to McRibs and calling out game scores. Hochman, Crowder, Solana, get ready for some more.
Here we go, 4 o'clock hour on a Friday, heading into the final weekend of baseball before the All-Star break. We're at halftime of Spain and Belgium. We'll start, though, with the stock market report that's sponsored by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. Good week and a good day to end on Wall Street. Dow Jones up 149 points, S&P 500 up 31 points, and the NASDAQ up 74 points. So pretty positive week on Wall Street this week. Let us quickly check the World Football Scoreboard, brought to you by your local Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is truly unmatched for every match, with 29-degree drafts of Michelob Ultra, spicy margaritas made with Casamigos, and unrivaled views all tournament. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views. And we know that it's very hot out. You're looking for a place to hunker down this weekend, cool off with a ice cold beer, watch a little soccer. You do your neighborhood Twin Peaks, perfect spot. What is the scoreboard? 1-1 at half?
Yeah, 1-1 at half. We're still in halftime. That is the first goal Spain has given up all tournament, which is crazy to think considering we're in the quarterfinal, but somebody finally able to break through on the Spaniards.
Wow. All right. And then that's the final match today?
Yeah, that's the only match today. Tomorrow at 5 p.m., the game is being played in Miami Gardens, Miami Stadium, Hard Rock Stadium, England versus Norway. And then at 9 p.m., Argentina versus Switzerland. The winner of today's game will play France in the semifinal on Tuesday. And then the winner between tomorrow's 2 games will play each other in the other semifinal, which will be Wednesday at 3 o'clock on the 15th.
By the way, speaking of tomorrow and footy, you know, all throughout the summer, Solana is hosting Summer of Soccer every Saturday. That's at noon, Solana?
Yeah, noon to 2 p.m.
So you can listen to 2 full hours. Solana, Dan Day, they got you covered, everything soccer. Solana's also going to be making an appearance tomorrow. Where are you going to be tomorrow? I'll get back to our telethon, which I started at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Where are you going to be tomorrow?
I'll be at the casino at Dania Beach. They have this cool fan zone 305 at the casino at Dania Beach. It's tomorrow. I'll be there from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for the Norway-England game. They'll have the matches on. There's going to be
I'm assuming we're going to have some QAM swag to give away. Our swag has been through the roof lately. Yeah,
QAM swag. The street team will be out there. So 5 to 7 p.m. It's free admission, free parking. All ages are welcome.
I called the Summer of Soccer on Saturday last week, and nobody picked up.
You called in like to be a participant on the phone lines?
I had some opinions.
Do you take calls during that show, Solana?
I have Crowder blocked, actually.
Hawk, I called 3 times, and they wouldn't pick up the phone. I wanted to give my half-court violation opinion.
He's tired of hearing that. He really is tired of hearing that.
Yep.
The Hochman, Crowder, and Solana Friday telethon is underway. I told you we're looking to juice our podcast numbers at the beginning of the show, and it's just something that is important to us. So if you used to subscribe to the podcast and you haven't checked to see if for whatever reason you've unsubscribed or maybe the podcast platform has changed, the Hochman, Crowder, Solana podcast is available on the Odyssey app. It's available on iTunes. It's available, which is, I guess, Apple Podcast.
Yeah.
Available on iHeart. It's available on TuneIn. Essentially, wherever you get your podcast. You want to make sure that you've subscribed to Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. By the way, even if you don't ever listen to it. Just subscribe to the podcast. And if you could also have it downloaded to your device, that would be great. Sure, we're going to eat up all your memory within a couple of weeks, but go through it and clear it out every now and then. I mean, what are you, some sort of ingrate? The people, like our guy K-Space there says, YouTube, Hawk, even if you watch our stream now on YouTube or you subscribe to the QAM channel on YouTube, we need the podcast downloads. So again, even if you watch, we would prefer that you listen, watch, get the show however you get it. Maybe you actually listen on the radio. I think that do the majority of people who hear us listen on the radio? Do we have any idea?
Yes, the majority of people listen on the radio, but
are we saying that because we know that to be a fact, or does it just seem like that would be the truth?
Yeah, I'm probably just saying it because I feel like
because I would say it too. I would bet my paycheck that the majority of people listen to us on the actual radio, but I actually don't have the data, and I'm sure there is data to back that up or not.
It's probably the app. Now that you mention it, it probably is the app, which could be the reason our podcast numbers dropped a little bit, because the app introduced the rewind feature, so people can just listen to the show exactly how it sounded. Like if it's a TiVo or a DVR the following day for 24 hours.
Right, it's only 24 hours though, the rewind feature though, right?
Right. So they don't have to subscribe to the podcast anymore.
But regardless, however you consume this show, and we are really appreciative that you consume it in whatever fashion you do us a favor, go to your podcast platform, and if you have more than one platform, do it on every podcast platform. Yes. Hit subscribe on Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. And if you really want to help us out, go buy some new phones. Like this weekend, go out, buy 3 or 4 new phones with new lines.
And subscribe on all of those.
On all your numbers and all your devices.
Sounds like a plan to me.
You know, if you feel like supporting your radio friends. It's, you know what else I want? I'm stuck at like 8,500 or 8,600 Instagram followers. I'd really like to break 10,000.
Yeah.
So what is that?
1,500.
So if there's 1,500 of you listening out there who don't follow me on Instagram, it's Radio Mark Hochman on Instagram. I also have Mark Hochman on Instagram, but I don't know. I got blocked out of that years and years ago. So that doesn't do me any good. Radio Mark Hochman on Instagram. I'd like to have 10,000 Instagram followers by 4:15.
If I unfollow you and follow you back, does that work?
You don't follow me on Instagram?
No, I follow you, but if I unfollow you and follow you back, does that do anything?
No.
Okay.
No. But what you could do, maybe by 4:15, you could create several new accounts and follow me on all of those.
Like burner accounts? I'm not KD.
Yeah, like
I don't know. Solana said TiVo and DVR or something. I don't know what he's talking about. He was speaking Spanish to me.
The Odyssey Rewind feature happens to be a great feature on the app.
I don't know what
Somebody
that
says,
means.
Can I just send you money instead? Sure. Why not? DM me on Instagram. I'll give you my address.
I'm telling you. I'll give you my email address if you want to Zelle.
All right, let's get headlines on this Friday. Headlines with Alejandro Solana, brought to you by Doral Kia in Miami. At a Domino's game, you'll find your abuelito, and whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save with your Pricito right now at Doral Kia.
So remember in the very beginning of the show where I was arguing that Brian Windhorst is probably not as plugged in as with LeBron's camp as some may expect? I'd like to retract everything I said because he said something that I like right now. So he was on
this too.
Yeah. He was on ESPN Cleveland, and this is Brian Windhorst. Quote, "I'm hearing stuff in other cities too. I'm not going to say who, but I had somebody on the phone with me today that I consider a good source who was swearing it's a done deal in another city," meaning not Cleveland, because he was talking in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
one thing you said at the onset of today's show, where LeBron does like to zig when others zag. He does like drama. He doesn't like the ordinary. And going back to Cleveland would be the most boring choice out of all of them because everyone expects it. So maybe it is Minnesota.
I hate it, but I just cannot see him coming back to live under Pat Riley and Spo's thumb again. It just doesn't seem.
But if he's not the alpha dog and says he doesn't want to be, he doesn't have to be held to this standard by Riley and Spo. It would be Giannis. Giannis and Bam are the guys who are out there grinding. And I don't say it like LeBron is mailing it in because he would never mail it in wherever he's at. But it would just be different than those original 4 years.
But I was listening to something on ESPN, one of those shows, whatever, recently, and they were saying when Jordan set the travel schedule, they say 9 a.m. Jordan can't get there till 10. The plane leaves at 10:30. That's not the way it goes under Spoelstra and it goes under Riley. They have this standard that they set. And it's funny because it's chocolate chip cookies and it's just a funny comparison. But Spoelstra Pat Riley can take away chocolate chip cookies when he wants to. I just don't know if LeBron wants to do that. It's a headache that LeBron does not have to deal with anywhere else in the league. He is going to run the building. You're not running a building if Pat Riley's in there.
Yeah, but isn't that also a positive for him at this part of his career? Are we not considering that LeBron no longer wants to be GM? LeBron no longer wants to have a hand in how the organization operates and the pressure of having to behind the scenes facilitate things and what organization
where it all goes through him.
Right.
He just wants to be a passenger on the plane at this point.
And what organization better to leave all those decisions up to than Pat Riley and the Miami Heat, who have already done it with him. And by the way, I still think that we are over exaggerating a little bit the cookies situation. Maybe that 12 years ago was a big thing.
No.
I'm telling you right now, Pat Riley's not taking LeBron's cookies away at this stage of his career. How could you possibly, anybody in their right mind, look at LeBron and question whether he's going to be ready to play when he has done it consistently at the highest level longer than anybody has ever done it in the history of the game, arguably in the history of sports, and maintained that athletic competition and ability? The idea that Pat Riley is going to come down on LeBron on a random Tuesday, January 17th, because he's not ready to go against the Chicago Bulls to me is outrageous. That's not how that's going to go down at this stage in his career.
But the cookies, like I said, it's not as big of a deal. I agree with you 100%, Solana, but it is a comparison to what no one else, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Golden State Warriors, the Philadelphia 76ers, there is nobody that's going to tell LeBron anything other than Pat Riley. There's 29 or 28, because he's not going back to the Lakers, 28 opportunities to go to, 28 teams that no one's going to question anything LeBron says. LeBron can walk in and say, oh, we're tired, we shouldn't practice today. And they'll say, okay, no practice. Pat Riley and Spo are going to be like, no, your ass is practicing. There's the only body that's going to it's only person that's going to push back on him, and he knows it.
I believe they would allow him to play with a chocolate chip cookie in his hand if he wanted to, come back here.
I don't see Pat. I don't think Pat's going to fold like that.
Are we discounting any possibility of him going to Utah to reunite with D Wade?
That's right.
Yeah, I don't think Utah. I think it's Cleveland or Golden State.
I'm starting to think Philly might be in play again, too. Because there is something about him winning titles in different cities wherever he goes. His best opportunity would be Miami or Philly, I think.
Yeah. But now, is he ring chasing? We talked about this earlier in this week. Is he ring chasing, or is he going to be happy? Because I heard he's going to be happy.
But who cares if he's ring chasing? I wouldn't get mad at LeBron for ring chasing. I mean, if he went to the Knicks or to the Spurs or to OKC, maybe like you feel a certain way. But yeah, let him ring chase. The only thing anybody's holding against him at this stage in his career is the fact that he doesn't have 6 championships, which is what MJ had. So who cares if he wants 5 or if he wants 6 or if he wants 7, whatever the number is. Like, he's accomplished everything else. Hasn't he earned that right to go put himself in a position to win titles?
Solana, I don't give a damn, but you see what they did to KD when he went to Golden State.
Yeah. It was
So
different.
it's gonna be heavy criticism if he goes to the Spurs.
KD had a 3 games to 1 lead with the organization that he had played his entire career in Oklahoma City, other than 1 year in Seattle, but same organization. And then they gave up a 3-1 lead to the Golden State Warriors, and then he joined that Warriors team. Like, it's a little different.
Also, I just got caught up in the Spain-Belgium game here. 1-1 in the 53rd minute. What was I saying? LeBron.
I don't know. You said also. I don't know what also meant.
LeBron, KD.
Utah.
I think that's a dark horse. I think there's a possibility there. What if LeBron wanted his name on the Stanley Cup and paid Tom Dundon? Because MJ never did that. MJ never had his name on a Stanley Cup. Would you hold that against Tom Dundon?
Yes.
Well, I know you would, because we don't even want the kids' names on it, but Solana's a big supporter of putting anybody's name on the Stanley Cup who Tom Dundon wants.
If you're the owner, man, put whatever name you want on there. Literally, whatever name you want. You're the owner. You write the checks. You do whatever you want.
If you write the checks, you make all the decisions, not the people that actually worked for the cup.
Well, he owns the team, Crowder.
What if he wants every jersey next season to say Dundon instead of the player's actual name on the nameplate?
He writes the check, Hawk. Let him do what he wants to.
What if he wants all the players to actually legally change their last name to Dundon?
He's the owner. He writes the checks, Hawk. Yep. It's okay with Solana.
It's the best way to argue a point is make the most illogical, insane jump that you can and attribute it to the person who's trying to make a cogent point.
Make him live with him. Make him live in Dundon's house all season.
Right.
He's the owner. He writes the checks.
You know, yesterday there was this report, I think it was from Rich Paul, that teams were sending voice notes to LeBron.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to believe that Pat Riley is sending voice notes in the year of 2026?
He doesn't know how to send a voice note.
Yeah, no chance.
Yeah.
I found that so funny when I thought about it. Like, Pat Riley sending LeBron a voice note, or Rich Paul a voice note.
I sent you a voice note yesterday, Crowder. You never responded.
Did you think I was? I don't even know how to read them.
That's good.
Did you cuss? I can pull it up.
No, I did not cuss.
Okay.
I never cuss.
So Spain-Belgium isn't the only game currently in action right now. The Miami Heat are playing in the Summer League currently against...
Oh, yeah, they had a 4 o'clock start, right?
Yeah, against the Milwaukee Bucks. And how about this? Kasparis Jakučionis, traded to Milwaukee, is playing for the Milwaukee Bucks. He started.
Hey, big head.
No, that was Solana. I sent you one before that.
Y'all ain't worth a damn.
And in attendance at that game in Las Vegas, Bam Adebayo, Niko Jovic, Bobby Portis, Jaime Jaquez Jr., and Kel'el Ware, all sitting courtside. Tyler Hero also in the building for the Heat Bucks Summer League game, according to Anthony Chang.
And Ira Winderman.
And Ira Winderman, of course. The Bucks posted this video yesterday of Tyler Hero, Kel'el Ware, and Jaime Jaquez Jr., like a little hello message to the Milwaukee Bucks fans. Still a little weird to see those guys
The
talking
only
about
one who
Milwaukee.
seemed actually excited was Tyler Hero because he's home. Everyone else seemed like Damian Lillard to me walking into that press conference. You remember that? That was one of the craziest sights of all time.
He was miserable.
Miserable, like couldn't even hide it. Like was miserable.
And somehow that was the happiest his entire Milwaukee tenure was.
That was his highlight in Milwaukee.
Our man Khalil didn't have the energy Tyler had.
Yeah, Tyler trying to appease the hometown crowd. He's like, "Hey, I'm home. Great to be home." Like, all right. Okay, Tyler.
Wow,
Yeah.
you've flipped on Tyler Hero now. It's amazing what Solana does to a Heat player when he's gone. It is crazy. This guy has caped up for Tyler Hero to a nauseating level over the last 2-3 seasons when the criticisms really started to roll in. And now he's like, "Oh, okay, Tyler, get your stuff together there, big guy, Tyler."
I mean, I think it's cute. Now he wants to stay home, but he chose Kentucky over Wisconsin. The Milwaukee Knights don't forget, Tyler. They do not forget, buddy.
They gotta watch him play defense too. That's gonna happen.
Funny how Solana just laughs at that one now, just giggles instead of giving you a plus minus breakdown of players who also are bigger turnstiles. And I mean, you would say that two seasons ago, you'd go, yeah, he's going to have to play defense too. And Solana would give you this whole dissertation about how his offensive firepower, mitigates any defensive lapses and whatever. And now you say it with Milwaukee, and Solana's like, right, I gotta watch him play D.
He used to argue with me. Have you seen Steph Curry's defense?
Right?
What are we talking about? I'm talking about Tyler Hero.
Right. You go, yeah. James Harden doesn't play defense either. Like James Harden, Harden and Tyler Hero. What?
Talking about?
Listen, man. I
What
mean,
a fraud you are.
Darius
Such a fraud.
Darius Garland had a point. I mean, come on. We got rid of the traffic cone. The pigeon is gone. I mean, come on.
Khalil?
Oh, what a fraud.
Sandy's going to pitch tonight for the Miami Marlins against the Cleveland Guardians. It's at 7:10 p.m. Ken Rosenthal, the Major League Baseball insider, he did have this long report regarding the Marlins and, what the future could hold as we approach the trade deadline. And he did say that he believes the Marlins plan to keep Sandy Alcantara and strategically add to their roster at the deadline. He also hinted that maybe they could end up trading some of the players on their current roster to protect some of their farm system, but it doesn't look like Sandy's going anywhere, gentlemen.
I needed 1,500 followers on Instagram by 4:15 to get to 10,000. I've got 12. I got 12 additional.
So what does that put you at?
Crowder. Crowder, what do I need?
85-12.
Radio Mark Hochman on Instagram. We are not going off the air tonight until I have 10,000 Instagram followers.
Oh, Jack. I don't work extra.
All right. Your weather, it's still 1-1, by the way. 62nd minute right now. España and Belgium 1-1 in this quarterfinal.
I just unfollowed you and followed you back.
That's not really doing anything there. You're subtracting one and then you're adding it right back at the same
traction.
number.
Is it getting any traction?
Oh, I see. So it gets in the algorithm.
Yeah, it gets the people going.
All right, I appreciate it. We'll do that a couple more times.
Okay.
Your weather in South Florida right now, it is in the 90s. There's a heat advisory until at least 7 o'clock in Miami-Dade County. And tonight, the lows will be in the low 80s. That weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
Spain's been putting on a little pressure here, haven't they, in the last couple of minutes? Can't get a goal.
Let's see. They might get it right now. Oof. They do not.
Solana, you got the TV behind you, huh? That's annoying.
I know. Very annoying. I've missed most of the game.
I mean, you've got the handheld mic. Can't you just move yourself around?
I could do a show like this.
Yeah,
Let's not look at you guys.
Great profile.
Why is your fade so high?
Yeah, what's happening there?
What do you mean? I always get the same haircut.
But it's way high. It's not fading. It's
What do you get on the
almost like
sides? A -1?
Cutting into his head. Why is your fade so high?
The same thing you have on the top, Hawk.
Yeah, I know. When I'm making hair jokes and they're hitting, you know you're in trouble. We get a 3 on top. Go -1, -2 on the sides.
He cutting to the bone. Why is your fade so high?
Talking about, dude. Look at that. Fresh fade, man. Just got it done today.
You need
What
to
happened?
fire
You
him.
gave a haircut and you made a platelet donation?
Cut that barber loose, Solana. I swear.
Nah, don't talk bad about JJ. Don't talk bad about JJ. That's my boy. Don't you
JJ
dare.
wears glasses. He needs a new prescription.
All right, don't go anywhere on this Football Friday. If you haven't tried the Hard Rock Bet app, there is no better time to get in the game than right now. Win or go home, obviously, in the soccer tournament. And Hard Rock Bet is Florida's only legal way to get in on the action. Sign up with Hard Rock Bet right now. Place a $5 bet. If it wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets. So that's how you get the party started. Download the Hard Rock Bet app today. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. You bet a player prop before the game. Time goes by, the match is bet up to $50. It's up to $50 for you and up to $50 for them. Also, tennis's most prestigious grass court tournament is going on in England. Hard Rock Bet is Florida's way to serve winners all tournament long. Whether you're backing the world's top players or live betting every break point and tie break, there are so many ways to get in on the action on the Hard Rock Bet app. And again, it all starts with you downloading Hard Rock Bet right now. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
Khalil?
the Spain-Belgium match here. 73rd minute, 1-1 is the score. 73rd minute, 1-1 is the score. A couple things. So I was saying in the last segment that I got to get to 10,000 Instagram followers, and I gained like 24 more followers after I said that, and I appreciate it. But this shocked me. I'm looking at, who followed, and I do see that Channing Crowder followed, but I know that you also unfollowed.
Yeah.
Mike Cunha followed me. Mike Cunha wasn't following me already on Instagram? I mean, what is that?
Man, you got to know your boys.
I mean, I'm constantly commenting on his and his wife's Instagram posts. Cunha wasn't even following me. He needed me to take it publicly to the airwaves to get in on the fun.
I don't get into it because I think it's, y'all know I don't understand technology like that. But yeah, I know the grown men unfollow and follow people when they get attitudes and they do goofball stuff.
Well, that happens all the time. I remember when Ray Allen left Boston for the Heat, Kevin Garnett unfollowed him. Who else unfollowed? Do you remember that story, Solana?
Yeah, Rajon Rondo, Paul Pierce.
I don't understand grown men using their emotions on social media.
A lot of times that's like one of the breadcrumbs when you see an athlete unfollow his team.
For sure. Tyler Hero did that earlier a couple months ago once the news was reported. He had unfollowed several members of the Miami Heat.
Anyway, Cunha, welcome to the Hochman Instagram party. Radio Mark Hochman, if anybody wants to join. I have to have 10,000 followers by 6 o'clock, or we're going to stay on the air and bleed right into the Marlins pregame show.
No, it's a great follow, but I get off at 5:59.
Here's the other thing that I was thinking about during the commercial break. Because I was watching the video of Brian Windhorst on Cleveland radio. And by the way, Cleveland's got to be on pins and needles with the thought of LeBron coming back to Cleveland again. And I'm watching the video, and it's Windhorst saying what Solana said. He says, hey, I've got sources, one who I trust, who told me it's absolutely a done deal, a city other than Cleveland. And then Jimmy just sent us something that the odds, I saw Kalshi is starting to, the Heat, that LeBron ends up on the Heat, starting to rise on Kalshi, starting to rise on Bet Online, starting to rise on the Hard Rock app. So I'm kind of thinking about it. LeBron is not going to do this to Cleveland again.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that I just got hung up on. LeBron is not going to let Cleveland down in the same fashion that he did 16 years ago again. I think he would have nipped this in the bud. They couldn't be this tone deaf, him and Rich Paul. They couldn't be this tone deaf to flirt with Cleveland again and make it seem like he's going back to Cleveland and pull the rug out from under them again. No chance.
Nope. That's what I'm saying. I think Cleveland is by far the front runner. And it's and y'all know I got criticized LeBron in the past about emotionally and all the funny thing. We're just talking about the social media stuff he does. But he does do he has emotional decisions. I went back to Cleveland because I had to make it right. He won him a championship, that first chip. Now he goes back and book in his career with the team that drafted him, and now he finished his career. I would bet Cleveland all day, Couchy, Hard Rock bet, whatever it is. I think LeBron will play in Cleveland next season.
If we go back to every time he's left a team, we assumed it was for X reason. We assumed he was going to LA for financial reasons, for, the possibility to kind of enter the last end of his career, and then who knows, right? Become a movie star, whatever, right? Like people had all these different ideas.
Space Jam too.
Right. And when he left Miami for Cleveland, we assumed he wanted to go make things right. But the reality is he left Cleveland the first time because Miami offered him a better chance to win. He left Miami in 2014 yes, the story of returning to Cleveland was a great one, but Cleveland offered him a better chance to win immediately than Miami did at that very moment.
No.
Miami could have rebuilt. Yes.
No,
Hawk.
no,
Yes.
Solana.
They had
Stop
Kyrie.
it.
Hawk. They had Kyrie Irving.
and
They
that
had-
big old goofy big dude. What was his name?
No,
Anderson Varejao?
No, it was Timofey Mozgov.
Timofey.
You're forgetting. You're
Zydrunas
forgetting.
Ilgauskas?
Kyrie Irving was at that point a clear-cut all-star or going to be an all-star for sure.
But this
And
is
they
before
had the
Chris
number-
Bosh had the
Yeah.
blood clots.
Right.
Yes.
That's insane, Solana.
You're forgetting. You are forgetting how that 2014 series against the Spurs ended and how difficult it was for the Heat that year to stay healthy. Dwayne Wade's knees weren't the same at that point, and LeBron made a calculated decision. The Cavs had the number 1 overall pick. They packaged it for Kevin Love. He had a new, younger big three in Cleveland, and that team immediately was better than the Miami Heat were going to be the following year. Doesn't mean they couldn't have competed in the future. Pat Riley would have been able to rebuild that roster, I think, for sure, around LeBron James. But immediately, that was a better situation for him to win. They were in the NBA Finals 4 years in a row with that situation. And then when he went to LA, he won a title in 2 seasons. They were able to go get Anthony Davis. Already a better situation because Kyrie Irving had left and Kevin Love was clearly no longer the player that he was before. So I refuse to believe that LeBron James is making decisions based on the emotions of fan bases.
This season, I'm with you in the past. I don't agree with you that Cleveland team was better equipped to win than the Heat with Bosh, Wade, and LeBron all coming back. But regardless, I'm saying to you, LeBron is very aware 16 years ago, he made a huge misstep, one of his few missteps, where he left Cleveland thinking that he was coming back because he was their hometown hero, and he ended up pulling the rug out from under them. And I'm not telling you he hasn't left places since then. I'm just telling you, I don't think he would allow this to fester in Cleveland again for the last week, only to go somewhere else and have all of Cleveland upset at him again when it's very clear he loves that city. He hates that he let them down in the first place. Again, basketball decisions aside, past departures aside, the more I think about it, we talked about it earlier, he and Rich Paul are so calculated. Why would they open themselves up again to people burning his jerseys in the streets again because he led them all to believe that he's coming back?
And if you're saying he's making a decision off the best, you're saying, because I disagree as well, Bosh, Wade, and what he can do and what Pat can do, that was a better roster than what he went with Kyrie and Timothy Mozgov and
telling you,
Kevin Love.
I'm telling you,
he's making – your point is that he's making this decision off the best roster or off emotional connections and his hometown and going back to Cleveland, the promised school. It's all of – he's looking at rosters and saying, this is my best chance to win. I 100% disagree with that. He's looking at rosters over what looks best for my career.
Yeah, I don't. I think he wants to win, and I think there's a situation where, yes, he can compete in Cleveland, but I think to me, the situation, we've said this 10 billion times already, to purely a basketball decision.
Why not go to Denver then?
Yeah,
why not go to the Spurs? Why not go play with Wemby?
Because the East is the easier path to go win a title. Like that's why. And if he can play with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who arguably becomes the greatest player he's ever had on as a teammate, arguably, and Bam Adebayo, and form a big three in Miami again, I think that's tremendously appealing to a guy who's in the latter stages of his career, obviously, and doesn't want to put as much wear and tear on his body.
If I thought it was based on basketball success and road to a championship, I'm with you. Miami's a much better destination than Cleveland. Much better. I just don't think that he's going to allow this to happen in Cleveland again. That's the part that I'm hung up on.
But you said it yourself, Hawk. He can still have his farewell tour in Cleveland. This doesn't have to be his final season. I don't anticipate this will be his final season.
I'm talking about the instantaneous reaction of him saying, I'm going to Miami, and people in Cleveland blowing up the sports radio phone lines again like they did 16 years ago. This guy's a bum. He's a turncoat. He's a traitor. He did it to us again.
Didn't they spray paint his gate in Cleveland when he decided to go to Miami or something?
Tore down the billboards, burned the jerseys.
He won him a ring. What else does he owe that city? He doesn't owe them anything.
But you're having a different conversation. I'm just telling you, he's setting them up to believe that he's coming back. Watch the Cleveland radio stuff. They're all believing he's coming back. I don't think he would do that to them again. 5 o'clock hour is coming up on this Football Friday. I want to tell you about my good friends and the amazing award-winning team at Doral Kia. Doing a little car shopping this weekend. Head down to Doral Kia. Whenever you want a low price, you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Take advantage of a Pricito now on all the new Kia models like a Sportage, Sorento, Telluride, K5 Soul, and more. You go down there this weekend. Mitchell, the Kia boss, who's got soccer fever, he and his entire staff will take great care of you. They took great care of the Hochmans. We bought our son a Kia K4 there. Easy financing, fast service, the best value for your money. Again, you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at the dealership tonight or this weekend, or start shopping for your Pricito right now at DoralKia.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
And he kicks people in the penis.
5 o'clock hour on this football Friday, and Spain has defeated Belgium in a match where the U.S. should be defeating Spain. But regardless, Spain has defeated Belgium 2-1 in regulation. So they will go on to face France. When is that, Solana? On Thursday?
Tuesday at 3 p.m.
All right, during our show. Spain beats Belgium.
Crazy. They took out Thibaut Courtois, who was the Belgium goalkeeper. He got hurt. He made a save.
I was going to say, I'm on a text thread with Whitty and Appel, and Appel's like, wait a second, why did they take out the goalkeeper? And Whitty said it was because of injury.
Yeah, he got hurt. So they put in another goalkeeper, and he made a crucial mistake. A shot comes in, and he's unable to corral it, blocks it, unable to corral it. It's loose in the 6, and Spain is able to capitalize on it. And then they pan to Thibaut Courtois immediately, and he's on the sideline, like, in disbelief.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. It's like in hockey, where you see the goalie will try to, keep the puck there so that the rebound doesn't come off and someone's able to put it in. And that's exactly what happened in this match. So Spain defeats Belgium. There was a tweet. This was about an hour ago from Barry Jackson in the Miami Herald. He says, LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, said during an ESPN appearance just now that there are a handful of teams still in the mix for LeBron, but identifies none of those teams and isn't asked about any specific teams by ESPN. Paul is handling talks with team executives, but said, quote, there's a communication from players directly to him. Paul said there's no timetable for a decision. So, look, if you believe what Rich Paul is saying, there has been no decision made. There are multiple teams still in play, and they're talking not only with the teams, but with players as well.
Yeah. But is it about happiness? Is it about winning? What is the ultimate goal of LeBron is really the question.
I mean, what would he need to know at this point? You know what I mean? Like he's LeBron James. He can go in wherever he wants, call his own shots. Like he literally, I just don't understand what he would need to know at this point.
I guess the Rich Paul answer would be, who are you putting me around? How do you plan on doing it? But like I said, we talked about this earlier. The only place that's going to push back on him at all is Miami and Pat Riley.
But he knows what each team has to offer with who you're putting me around. Like, there's no one in play anymore right now.
What are you going to keep Nikola Jovic? Can we move him? Can we bring in another better piece? Like, he has to ask those questions. In Philly, what is it going to look like? Are y'all going to bring in anybody else? In Golden State, is it going to be this? Am I the 15th on this 14, or are we going to do something?
Yeah, there's still moves, Hawk, that teams can make. I brought up the example last week, like, what's up with Kyrie Irving in Dallas? Is Dallas willing to move on from Kyrie Irving for a first-round pick and maybe some salary filler, and Cleveland can trade a pick and James Harden to Dallas? Like, I'm just using that as an example, but like that.
Well, I can understand a holdup in Cleveland being, hey, how are you going to get rid of James Harden, and what are we getting in that I can understand.
He doesn't want to play with James Harden. I'll say that for LeBron.
No chance.
Yeah.
No chance. All right, let's get headlines here for the 5 o'clock hour. Brought to you by Doral Kia in Miami. At a Domino's game, you'll find your abuelito. And when you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia.
Tyler Hero was interviewed on the Summer League broadcast, and he spoke about being in the room with a bunch of his former teammates and coaches and coaching staff. And he said, quote, it's all love in Miami. I've seen a couple of the guys, coaching staff, Chris Quinn, Spo. We're all good in Miami, and an opportunity for both sides to reset and get a fresh start.
All right. That is the truth. There is nothing.
No.
I don't think there was any ill will between him and any of the players. and it's a business, and he absolutely needs a fresh start.
Yep. And he's not the answer.
No. Well, that depends what the question is. If the question is, hey, we could use a quality basketball player, he's the answer.
Yes, he's a strong 3.
Yeah.
Week 2.
I don't know, man. He says that, but there were some DMs that prove otherwise on his way out regarding Bam Adebayo. So I don't know. Yeah. Spain does win. Now we await tomorrow's 2 games. You have Norway and England. They're going to play here in Miami. And then Argentina is going to play Switzerland at 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Anybody know anybody going to the game tomorrow?
No, my friends don't have money like that.
No, mine don't.
Yannick Sinner defeated Novak Djokovic today in straight sets. He sent the old hag home in the semifinal of Wimbledon. So that sets up a battle between number 1 and number 2 in the Wimbledon men's final, which will be on Sunday. It's Alexander Zverev versus the world number 1, Yannick Sinner.
Why do you hate Joker again?
He's brutal, man. He's stuck up. He's just a very unlikable dude. I heard Joe Rose saying today, like, how likable he's become, and I couldn't disagree more. Like, I think he's still very unlikable, and he's a snob. He's not a good dude.
I just saw him. He had his kids out there. He was waving to him during the match a couple days ago. I don't have a problem with him.
By the way, a hag is a woman.
Right. Speaking of, Mukova and Noskova will be the women's singles final. That'll be tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. from the grass courts in the Wimbledon Championships.
Who beat the big girl? The one I love.
Arina Sabalenka.
Somebody whooped Sabalenka?
Yeah, she lost in the quarterfinal, I believe.
Damn.
Yeah, she lost in the quarterfinal.
You're going to be doing breakfast with Wimbledon this weekend?
Absolutely. I mean, tomorrow's tough because I have the WQMFC show at noon, so I'll catch the first hour. But definitely waking up to watch Yannick Sinner and Zverev for sure.
Berries and cream?
Berries and cream, man. I already got the strawberries today at Publix, and we still have some Cool Whip, so I'm good to go.
Whip.
I get the
Berries
reference.
and cream.
I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream. We gave that to DBJ.
Yeah, we did. He did it very matter-of-factly, if I remember. It was like, berries and cream, berries and cream.
Couple more Heat nuggets. Davion Mitchell, he told the Miami Herald and Anthony Chang that he hit up Giannis Antetokounmpo, and his plan is to fly to Greece and meet up with Giannis to get a workout in. Local 10, who's airing this Summer League game, part of their new home of the Miami Heat on TV. They had an advertisement for 8 p.m. next week on Thursday as the big Giannis Antetokounmpo reveal. Yeah, interesting.
Is that maybe their special?
It could be.
Because I think it'll happen during the day, and I think they're going to air a special.
Yeah.
So Davion Mitchell's flying to Greece?
That's the waste of time.
I mean, settle down, Davion. What are we doing here?
Why?
Settle down.
What's that flight? 20 hours?
And what's he doing? He's got to get one extra run in with Giannis before Giannis is here? Like, what are we doing?
You got to establish familiarity with your new superstar as the point guard, as one of the leaders of the team. I love it, man. I love that. Like, that shows you who a true hooper is.
No, Davion, just stay in Miami. Giannis will be back soon, and y'all can get a workout in.
Yeah, settle down. And donate that airfare to charity.
Yeah. He's flying Southwest. Giannis has a private jet. Davion, just chill.
If I'm Giannis and Davion Mitchell shows up at my house in Greece, I'm like texting everyone on my thread, hey, this weirdo showed up to get a run in with me.
I'm not letting him in the gate.
Listen, a couple years from now, Solana will be laughing at these jokes.
Davion, he's a Heat player right now.
Yeah.
It's my guy, man. Love Off Night.
Right.
Did you guys see the combined TV ratings for Fox and Telemundo from the USA-Belgium game? I know Belgium has since lost to Spain today, as a couple days ago, but the combined TV numbers, Fox and Telemundo, were released. 50.1 million viewers combined watched that game, which is the most watched non-NFL sporting event on TV since this is a tweet I read from Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding in 1994.
Yeah, which again superseded sports and was just a pop culture phenomenon, which is what this soccer team became here.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that I, Tanya movie, and I don't know, it kind of made me feel bad for Tanya Harding.
I haven't seen that movie. She had a hard life. But those guys were thugs or whatever. But speaking of movies, anybody watch The Housemaid?
No.
Bingo.
Because I've watched it 15 times in the last 5 nights.
Man, Delta has it on. I can't pass it by.
I said to Lori last night, because she's like, "Are you watching this again?" And I'm like, "Oh, I keep falling asleep. I don't ever get to see the end. I have no interest in seeing the end."
Bingo. Goodness gracious.
Mackerel.
You know what? And it's a great movie. It's a crazy storyline and all.
Crazy story.
And there's a visual appeal.
Wow.
Huh.
She is something. That's Sydney Sweeney.
Well, Hawk, you got me in trouble because of Sydney Sweeney. I don't know if I ever talked about this. So about a month or 2 months ago, apparently there was an episode of Euphoria that was revealing.
Yeah.
And a couple nights after that, just happened to be in bed. The fiance is asleep, so I just start scrolling through Euphoria episodes.
How could you not?
looking, for the good parts.
Yeah.
And
watch The Housemaid.
Okay.
Watch The Housemaid.
It happens to be a good movie too. Watch The Housemaid.
Everything you want in a movie it has, and then there's visual appeal.
Man.
All right. Good to know.
Shohei Ohtani's not going to play in the All-Star game, by the way.
He has visual appeal.
I'm sure Clayton McCullough made that decision.
Sit him down. 90 pitches.
I mean, it's the Dodgers stuff, right? Didn't McCullough come from LA as well?
Yeah.
What happened to the game I love, man? Like Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, they weren't missing the All-Star game.
You never loved this game.
Even watch baseball.
Dan Uggla would play 1 billion straight innings with just a can of dip ready to go. He wouldn't take off the All-Star game. Out of here.
I used to hang out with Uggla and Bolstead.
Yeah, and your what were those shirts?
Ed Hardy.
Ed Hardy. Man, I got these Ed Hardys ready. They're not coming back around, Solana. I thought you said they would come back around.
I told you, man. Ed Hardy and a Flick Them t-shirt. Hold on to them. They'll make their return in a couple years.
I got Christian Aguilera or something. They were like $100 a t-shirt. I got 60 of them in the closet.
All right, guys, don't forget that tonight the Marlins, they do play 7:10 p.m. They're going to open up a 3-game series, final one before the All-Star break.
We're going to hear from Jack McMullen, the radio voice, next.
Max Meyer won't pitch in the All-Star game either or on Sunday, but Sandy is pitching tonight at 7:10 p.m. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 92 degrees. There's a heat advisory, so stay cool. It's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
All right. Talk a little Marlins with Jack McMullen in the next segment. Cheetah Pompano, great spot to watch a game or a fight. And you got a big fight tomorrow. If you were listening to us in the 3 o'clock hour today, you heard Lee Sterling give you some picks. UFC 329 is tomorrow night. Conor McGregor is back in the ring. You can watch the entire card at Cheetah Pompano or Cheetah Palm Beach. You can watch soccer tomorrow at Cheetah Pompano or Cheetah Palm Beach. That's a perfect place to watch a little footy. And Cheetah Palm Beach, they're having a sexy luau party on Wednesday, July 22nd. You head over to Cheetah Palm Beach for a day of food, drinks, and good vibes. There'll be a free luau lunch special, 11:30 till 3, a roast pig carving station, $5 sex on the beach drink specials, $25 bar tab giveaways, a hula hoop contest with a $100 grand prize, and a lot more. That is Wednesday, July 22nd at Cheetah Palm Beach. But again, tomorrow, soccer, Cheetah Pompano or Cheetah Palm Beach, and the UFC card featuring Conor McGregor. You've got that tomorrow night as well, Cheetah Pompano and Cheetah Palm Beach. You can get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
You are listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Yeah, what did you think about shaving your ass?